What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on the New Holland LX865, and we're going to be giving it an upgrade. We're going to be installing the door. So let's get started. Yeah. So the doors we'll be installing came from Skid Steer Doors of North America, and we got the bottom threshold, which is here, and the top threshold, which is here. We did order the side panels, and that's your actual door. So the first thing we'll do is gonna mount the top threshold first. So let's see how that fits. So the way the threshold mounts, this is your inside, and it will basically slide in between the gaps and up behind the lights, like so. That would be the fit for the upper threshold. So right behind the lights in this slot is where it's gonna slide up, which you have the both on the same side. And then on top, you have a hole here for mounting, and also a hole there for mounting. So once get it, and you get it slid up into the gap behind the lights, and that's how it will mount. Then you come in, drill a hole there and there. So I'm gonna use first holes and mount it all the way up. And make sure it's all the way up in the center. Once you drill it, that's good enough. So that's the top threshold mount. So got it temporarily bolted in from the top. The next thing, we're gonna drill a hole here and a hole here. But before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and mount the bottom threshold. It will mount that way. So we're gonna drill the hole here, here, and if we can, we'll just drill a hole a little lower down here and down here. So that'll be next. So one thing we're gonna have to do for the bottom panel is, if you can see the two bolts here, we're gonna have to make those longer, because if you see the angle needs to tilt back, and with those bolts there, they're not long enough, and you can see they have to be not only long, but leave them loose enough to tilt, because if you tighten them down, then you actually put a bend in it, and you don't want to do that, because over time that's gonna break. So we'll get longer bolts to put under here so we can get that tilted back, and then we'll come back and figure out where we're gonna mount our hole here and the one for this side. So that's next. So got the longer bolts in, so now it can tilt without flexing or bending, and there's no slack in it as far as going up and down. So we got it tight enough with lock washers, and same thing here. We can tilt, but it won't move up and down, so we're good. So like I said, we got the bolts mounted. Then the next one will be to mount your holes here and drill a hole here. So the next thing we need to do is mount the door. So the thing about mounting the door, you're gonna need two people, one to hold the door into location. But if you're doing it by yourself, what I did, made a jig to fit so I can support it and let it sit and then line the door up. So what I did is measure from here to here, which tells me where the bottom of my door is gonna sit, about 3.5 inches. So that means I can get a 2x4 or a little less to go here. So I'm gonna line up a 2x4 first. First I'm gonna put the 2x4 in. And since I'm looking to go less than a 2x4, because this is 3.5, I want about 3.25. This is about 3 inch. So what I did is actually just drop it down behind it. And to get my spacers to come up, I don't know if you can see, bring it up some. So I need to bring this backwood up some, so I just added like a 1/4 inch spacer and bring it up, slide it under there, and the same here. And then that's gonna be my door height, and that should line me up with the rubber. So let's sit the door up. So now I can line up my hinges from there. So you can see it's sitting down a little more, less than the 3.5. And I can shift it left or right in order to line my hinges up, but now I don't have to tape the door or hold it. It's self-supporting. So if you look inside, and that's how you can tell if you got it lined up, your seams line up with the bottom, and if you can look at the top, it's lined up. And then like I say, your sides, you can shift it left or right. got everything tightened down and lined up, cleared the hoses. So we'll come in and take off your paper now, or we're gonna go ahead and drill our holes here, 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 and here to hold our top threshold and bottom threshold to the rail. Then we'll come back and do the handles. It's fine. Everything is. So next we're going to install the door latch, and it comes in 4 different pieces. It comes with your handle, your bracket, your locking latch, and your strike plate, the lock plate that locks inside. So first thing you want to do is remove these 3 bolts. Take out these 3 bolts. This one is not necessary. That's the one that is your actuator that unlocks the latch. Next, we'll remove these 3 screws, and they'll mount into these 3 holes. So I have it, and this will be the actuator where it hits from there. So we'll mount this here. So the next step would be to mount the strike latch, which is here. So the way we get it lined up is once you got all your screens and everything adjusted, make this, so you want to close it. And the way I'll do it is I'm going to actually put it into the latch. And it'll mount on the back side, but this way I can get the holes lined up. And what I'll do, it's the same way I did outside. I'll do it to one hand, get it lined up, and then I'll mark the holes on the rail here, mark it here and here, drill the holes, and then mount the latch. So once I do that, the latch mounts on the back side, which it'll mount on the back side of the bar, like this, and that's how it would actually catch. So let's get this set up and drilled and locked in. that's the full installation. So to recap, first thing we did, put on the thresholds, which is, this is the lower, mounted it there and there. Then came back and put it, drilled into the rails here and here, the top threshold, and the rail there, and then the rail there. And then from the top, you can see it's there and there, which is here and here. Then your door hinge mounts into the rail next. And then the final step is to install your latch or your door handle, which is here. Gives you enough room to get your hand in. Even if you got on gloves, gives a spacer here. And then the latch, which is there. And your door strike, which is here. So as we close it, you can see it's lined up and it catches and it locks. As you can see, it locks tight. So that's the floor. And we do have the side panels, but we're not going to put those on just now. We'll wait till the fall to install those. And once again, this skid steer door comes from skidsteerdoors.com of North America. And this is for the New Holland LX865. So that completes this installation of the skid steer door on the New Holland LX865. So if you have any questions, just put them in the comment section. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe and hit the notification for upcoming videos. Until then, we'll talk to you later.
Yeah.